guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy from Rebel Nutrition, and in today's video I'm going to be taking you through a day in the life, Maui quarantine style, so it's going to be pretty interesting. First up, I'm going to rewind a little bit and take you back to first thing when I woke up this morning. So I am now on the path that I feel like really started my business, because when we used to live here a couple years ago, I used to walk on this path and Insta story like every single day. So it's really fun. It's been really fun being back here and walking on here. And also at the end of it, there's really cute goats. So I usually walk all the way down and see the goats. But the only downside is that it does get really, really hot. So if I don't get down here by like 8 a.m., it gets a little sweaty, and you guys know I've had like a lot of melasma and like hyperpigmentation problems, and I swear it all started when I lived here and just didn't wear a hat. So now I have to wear a very big hat, and I'm also wearing the Beauty Counter SPF 30 sunscreen. I love it because it's reef safe, so I've been like slathering that on my face, even though it gives me a little bit of a zinc face, but it works really well. In addition to this hat, they're a must. Like I don't come down here unless I have this hat on, but it's so beautiful. I love it so much. And then I'm gonna show you guys actually when I get back up to the house. I actually bought a treadmill yesterday because of the reason that I just explained. Like if I have work in the morning or something and I don't get down to this trail in time, then I don't usually get a workout in. So I did buy a treadmill so that if I want to work out midday, I can do that. So I will see you guys in a second. Oh, and one more thing I love about walking on this trail too is that I always listen to an audiobook. That's what I've been really obsessed with doing lately, because I have a good like hour or so when I can listen to something, and lately I've just been loving audiobooks. So what I'm listening to right now is Building a Story Brand by, I'll link to it below. I think it's by Donald Miller or something, but it's a really, really good book if you're selling anything online, especially if you are creating like a live training or a webinar where you're trying to tell a story or telling, you know, the story of how you built your brand. So it's really good. Highly recommend.
Cool.
Okay guys, and now back to real time. I just finished up with a walk and had lunch, and now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I've been up to during this whole quarantine and how I've been keeping busy. To be quite honest, first of all, I mean, I work from home, and I've been working from home now for a couple years, so in terms of that, that's pretty much been the same. But we obviously can't really go anywhere that's non-essential. So Eric and I have been working on some new skills, one of them being the ukulele. Clearly I can't play it yet. He just bought this yesterday, so he's going to start playing that, which will be pretty fun, and maybe I'll learn a few songs and play on this YouTube channel. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys about, and actually I just ordered this a couple weeks ago and it just got here. It's called Raindrops. What it is, it's actually a water filter or like a water head for the shower. And so those of you who are interested in like beauty type things, beauty hacks, something that's really interesting I noticed as soon as we got to Hawaii is that all of a sudden my hair felt like it was falling out a lot. It felt really dry and really brittle. And I thought back to this podcast that I listened to while I lived in LA. It was actually on the Skinny Confidential, and they had these two hairstylists on their show, and they were talking about how they noticed that when they were traveling between like LA and New York, I think they were saying in New York their hair got like really brittle and the color even changed, and it was all due to the water and the quality of the water. And so what they did was they created, and this is not sponsored at all by the way, I'm just like really excited about this, but they created this water filter that's supposed to be really good for your hair. And so no matter what the quality of the water is in the place that you are, this filters it out. And so it's supposed to really help your skin, help the quality of your hair, help with less breakage. And it all has to do with like the mineral composition or something over my head as relates to water. But I'm really excited to try this out. So it's called Raindrops, and we are going to be attaching it to the outdoor shower here. So I'm pretty excited, and I will let you guys know how I like it. Okay, and then the next thing, by the way, if you're like, Amy, are you wearing the same outfit you wore in your last video? You would be right, because the rest of my clothing is halfway across the Pacific Ocean on its way to me right now. I only have a few outfits, but whatever. Okay, next thing I'm really excited to share with you guys is I bought a treadmill because I love going on that walk that I showed you this morning, but the problem is that like if I'm recording a podcast in the morning, or if I have work to do before I can go on the walk or before I can get my workout in, it gets so freaking hot if I don't get out there by like 8 a.m. So I decided to buy a treadmill. And you guys, I'm pretty sure I hunted down like the last treadmill on the island because I've been searching for one. Amazon does not deliver treadmills here apparently, and there aren't any on Craigslist. So I went to Walmart and I did have some luck, and here it is. So I'm pretty excited to put it together. I think I'm actually, well, I'm not going to put it together, let's be real. But Eric is going to put it together, and I think it's going to be like right here, so that way when I am working out or I'm walking, at least it's shaded to protect my skin and so that I don't get so hot. And I mean, look at the view if it's right here while I'm walking. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because a lot of you on Instagram have been DMing me with questions on what the whole coronavirus quarantine situation is like on Maui, since we are obviously on a small island. I know a lot of people, even some friends I had back in LA, were concerned that like Maui was going to stop getting shipments of food and things like that, which that would be terrifying. That has not happened yet, thank God. But all of the grocery stores are surprisingly staying really well stocked. Every business that's not essential is closed. So, I mean, grocery stores are still open, but I mean, that's about it. Every time we've gone, which has only been a few times now, everything's well stocked. There's kind of a big line going in, especially to Costco, but otherwise everyone's like been pretty calm and nice about the whole thing, which is honestly the really nice thing about living on an island. Everybody's pretty chill. And in terms of having tourists come over here, I think there actually are still flights to Maui, which is kind of crazy. I don't really know why anybody would be traveling right now if it wasn't totally essential. But apparently if you do travel here right now, you have to be self-quarantined. Like you literally cannot leave your apartment or hotel or whatever for 14 days. You have to have somebody else like get all your stuff for you, which is really smart, so you're not like spreading things. But for the most part, I don't think a lot of people are coming here right now for obvious reasons. I think somebody the other day told us a stat. I think the island of Maui can hold like 1 million people, and that's like obviously most of those people are tourists, and most of the time I think the island is probably pretty close to that. But right now, because pretty much all tourists have left, there's only like 150,000. Don't quote me on that stat. It's probably not 100% accurate, but I think it's close to that. So for the most part, like all of the roads are pretty empty. There's more than enough food and supplies to go around, except face masks. That's the only thing that we haven't been able to find anywhere. So for obvious reasons, we are not going to the stores unless we absolutely need to. I've been learning some TikTok dances. Just kidding, I haven't really. But I've just been watching other people do it. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of like... Okay, that's enough. I also need to introduce you guys to my arch nemesis that I found in the shower this morning, and then I was so grossed out, Eric had to come and scoot him out of the shower, but he's found a new home. He's up here on the wall. What should we name him? I don't like it.
Francisco.
This is Francisco. He like gives me the shivers, which is really weird because I don't have a thing with bugs. Bugs don't really bother me at all. But something about moths. Okay, so it is mid-afternoon now. I've actually been working at my kind of makeshift standing desk for a while now, but now my legs are really tired, so I'm sitting here on the couch. But I'm pretty excited because I'm working on a new course that I just announced the other day on Instagram. It's all about creating passive income. It's for people who are already selling something online. So whether that is an online course, one-on-one coaching, or a physical product like Beauty Counter or anything like that. Basically what this course is gonna help you do is figure out a way to passively bring in sales all the time so that you aren't having to constantly be promoting and launching and selling, because that can get really exhausting. And I'm really passionate about passive income, honestly, because it's what, you know, allowed Eric and I to travel and still run my business despite like being in different time zones and all of that craziness. So if you want to get on the VIP waitlist for that course once it's ready, I will link to that in the description. And I'm gonna keep working through my course now. And by work on my course, I mean text my mom. So I'll usually stop working around 6 o'clock or so to watch the sunset, and you guys, this night in particular, the sunset was so beautiful. And after that, I made some pasta with red sauce, mushrooms, and broccoli. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit the red subscribe button below. And let me know in the comments what kind of videos you would like more from me, because, I mean, I have a lot of time while we're in quarantine, and this is a beautiful location, so I'd love to make more videos of whatever you guys want to see. So let me know in the comments below, and I will also link to everything related to my business, my podcast, how you can learn how to create a profitable online business, and all of that good stuff in the description box below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!